Hey, YouTubers. I'm sorry I had to get off so abruptly, but my mother-in-law showed up unexpectedly. And with that being said, I had further time to reflect upon the original topic I was going to broadcast on. And I have even more ideas than what I had before. The original topic I was going to broadcast on is Phil Murphy's economic plan. For about the last 6 or 7 months, the Murphy administration has continually pushed this agenda to promote small businesses and located predominantly in New Jersey's small town, suburban downtowns over big business. And I think that in the year 2018, that's a colossal mistake. I know that there's a lot of economists out there that would argue me to the nail, but you really can't, and I'll explain why. We're at a point, folks, where the state of New Jersey is going to go through a revolution, an economic revolution, in the next 5 to 10 years. All right. We're going to either switch to a state which is predominated by small businesses that dominate 80% of our economy, along with the bedroom communities that we've traditionally provided to New York and Philadelphia, or we're going to switch to a state that's controlled by a handful of businesses. And the interesting thing is that our neighbors to the north and our neighbors to the south in Connecticut and Delaware have already made the economic transition that we haven't made in the state of New Jersey. Connecticut is, for all intents and purposes, a bedroom community and a tourist attraction, which begins the New England stretch. Delaware, on the other hand, is a corporate haven. Okay? Big business and Delaware go together perfectly in a sentence. The state of New Jersey, we've lingered in between, and the problem becomes is our economic policy is undefined. And I understand what Phil Murphy's trying to do. He's trying to give some substance to New Jersey's economic policy. But the problem that arises is you can't do that when you're making it so hard and so onerous for small business owners to operate. I mean, this whole idea and the whole notion that any employee just about should be given a $15 minimum wage is ludicrous. And what's going to happen is small businesses are going to have to use their immediate relatives and other people that they can pay under the table. And that's how New Jersey's economy is going to plummet. I mean, Gunnison Undercover's very right when in his past videos he said that the only people that are going to live in New Jersey are going to be the rich people that live in the big houses and the poor people that clean them. Because we're certainly headed toward that kind of economy. Now, with that being said, I don't favor having corporate towns like we did in the 60s and 70s, like Johns Manville, or these towns where everybody in town works for the one town and that's just the way it works, or everybody in the town works for the one company. And what I fear from Amazon and the HQ2 proposal and stuff of that nature is it's going to put the state in the same position that the casinos put Atlantic County and Cape May County in the mid-90s, okay? When the casinos shut down and Trump started declaring bankruptcy on his casino hotels, I mean, Atlantic County's economy went real good to real shitty practically overnight. I mean, for a while there, sometime even before the crash of 2008, Atlantic County's economy led the country in foreclosures. And that's a problem, folks. Now, what Murphy's ideology is at least in theory, he feels that he's going to improve our bond rating and our lending credibility and this and that. And it's not going to happen with the strategy that he's choosing. I mean, this whole thing with free community college, where do you think that money's going to come from? I mean, him paying $3 to $5 million in a trust fund for illegal aliens to have a deportation defense. I mean, these are insane ideas. I mean, I don't agree with everything Trump's doing. I don't like Donald Trump, but I think what he's doing is overall good for our economy in the here and now. I mean, do we reach a point where our economy today is too good for our economy tomorrow? Absolutely. Okay. The economy is never supposed to be good and it's never supposed to be bad. The economy is supposed to be stable. And our economy right now, as good as it is, it's very unstable. And New Jersey's economy, when compared across the country, fares even worse. I mean, our state deficit is going through the roof. Until somebody can come up with a solution for the pension fund problems, our state economy isn't going to be able to function. I mean, and the other thing is, Phil Murphy's economic plan emphasizes maintaining the UEZs. And I'm going to explain right now what they are. The UEZs are what's called urban enterprise zones. So essentially, every major municipality in the state has a UEZ. And that means that people can come in and shop at the city for a lower percentage rate, for a lower tax rate. And there are some ups and downs to that. But in reality, what it results to at the end of the day is the big cities aren't paying their fair share of taxes. You know, UEZs do attract very unsavory customers. And that's a problem, folks. Now, what I think should be done is this. In the next 5 years in the state of New Jersey, we need to basically, there's no nice way to say it. We're going to have to cap the pension system. All right. We're going to have to start enacting laws that are going to essentially limit the pension liability and the detriment that it serves to New Jersey's borrowing and bond ratings. Because right now, our credit rating isn't what Governor Murphy promised. Okay. It hasn't went up. We've had credit downgrades twice since he's been the governor. And you know what? And we're going to get him another 4 or 5 times before everything's said and done. So this is something we need to think about. Now, there's been a large focus on how we provide local services. And he likes the shared service model. A lot of people do. I don't, folks. I want him to go around in his administration and say, you know what? Down in Camden County, Magnolia, you're no longer a town. Up north, Helmetta, you're no longer a town. And get to the point where we have a manageable number of municipalities. And after we work on that, we're going to work on some of this misspending on the county system. Because our county system right now, that's going to be my next video. Last year, they spent something like combined $74 million in overtime for New Jersey's 21 counties. I mean, where does it stop? When do we get to the point where an average middle-class family can live in New Jersey without mom and dad stressing out how they're going to be able to put food on the table and pay their mortgage at the same time? I mean, property taxes are easily solved, but they're not. But it doesn't come without its political consequences, okay? Any politician or any political candidate that thinks the way I do and they want to get into it to solve the property tax crisis, if they do win a seat in Trenton, it's going to be for a term because they're never going to get reelected because the unions are going to go after them. Look at Steve Sweeney. I mean, right now, politically, I agree with the moderate to democratic philosophy of the Senate president. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm a Republican and we have some ideological differences here and there, I agree with his philosophy on how to fix New Jersey. I mean, and the millionaires tax, folks, if you think that by taxing the people that create the jobs, we're making the state a better place to live, we're not. What I'm gonna do right now, is I'm logging off this stream. I'm going to do another stream later about county overtime.